We know that you are not heroes in Mount Kenya region. And Jeremiah Kioni and the team, my friends, we know we have majority members of parliament victors as Azimio and so that's now we have majority of parliament. This thing which is circulating in the social media to the contrary. We have majority. We are just waiting now. We are confident. So we had to debunk. We are confident of a winning which was circulating. We cannot announce. We are not social media. To the contrary. We know that justice is going to be done. Now we are confident. We cannot announce it's going to be done. Hatutaki mengine tumejua kila aina lakini hajapatikana. Yaani watu wanajaribu miujiza. Isiyowezekana. Tujiandae tu. Wanajaribu miujiza ya kila aina. Constitutionally they have to announce the winner of the presidential race by tomorrow, hopefully. I don't know, some of them say by Monday. Because constitutionally they have to announce the winner of the presidential race by tomorrow, to do the right. And then some of them say by Monday. The next legitimate thing, if things do this country duty, we want to do national duty to do the right and announce and the legitimate, the next legitimate thing. I know from where I stand duty. They do national duty is going to remain peaceful and announce after this announcement the winner. Indeed, I know from where I stand. Ndugu zetu wa Tanzania na majirani walikuwa wanauliza what's wrong with you Kenyans kwa social media. Kwa nini you are not burning tires? Kwa nini hamfanyi hii? Ndugu zetu wa Tanzania na majirani walikuwa wanauliza what's wrong with you Kenyans kwa social media. Kwa nini you are not burning tires? Kwa nini hamfanyi hii? I want to congratulate our fellow citizens every 5 years for remaining solid, remaining patient, will lose their patience. I want to congratulate our fellow citizens, and even after that, for remaining solid, we must remember remaining that patient, we are all Kenyans, and we have only this country to call our motherland, and we're very proud of it. And even after that, nobody should be allowed to mess around. We must remember with our motherland. We are all Kenyans, and so we have only this country to call our motherland, and we're very proud of it. So nobody should be allowed to mess around with our motherland. Is my brother Peter Nyang'o, a comrade in arms all the time, and we've seen plenty. And now it looks brighter. This is a wonderful nation. A comrade in arms all the time. In Kenya is true democracy in the whole of the African continent, because the continent has been watching. This is a wonderful nation. That's why you saw people like President Kicc and true democracy in Kenya is true democracy in the whole of the African continent, because the continent has been watching. Good luck, Jonathan. That's why you saw people like President Kicc leading the former president of Sierra Leone, leading the AU delegation. The whole continent, good luck, Jonathan, has been leading the Kenyan delegation. Let's give them a clap. Former president of Sierra Leone leading the AU delegation. The whole continent, I can foresee, has been standing with the Kenyan people. Let's give them a clap. I was a bit perturbed when people are saying I concede. Nobody should have conceded in Central Kenya. I can foresee because mutaona maajabu hapa. That's why I was a bit perturbed when people are saying I concede. Nobody should have conceded, and this will help to bring the mountain of brothers and sisters, the mountain solidly. I think it is Joe who said painted light blue, and so it will all be blue. And this will help to bring the mountain of brothers and sisters, the mountain solidly. I think it is Joe who said we must congratulate our brother President Uhuru Kenyatta for showing true statesmanship. Going forward. Of course, we recognize as a chair, we are the party leader of we must congratulate our brother President Uhuru Kenyatta for showing true statesmanship. Not uttering a word. Of course, we recognize as a chair and the party leader know that is allowing the democratic process to come not uttering a useful conclusion. Which so conclusion? Kenyans and the whole, everybody will know that conclusion. Which conclusion? As we stand here and sit here, majority governors. Let's give ourselves a clap. So is that position for speakership? I mean, majority governors. We have had, we can now send applications. So is that position my worthy running mate, who must be here, still open? We have had, we can now send applications. This gentleman traversed the country. I must recognize the whole country with worthy running mate, fighting for Baba and to Stunkuli. He never was tired. Is there? And now this gentleman traversed the country by his elder brother with billions. Julius. Julius, thank you for giving me the name of Andrew, and I wanted to talk to Andrew. I see congratulations brothers, for giving me the name of Andrew, and I wanted to talk to Andrew. Congratulations for winning the temporary seat. On a I can't believe it. Brothers, I'll give you a big handshake. Brother, seeing Guyo become you can see all possibilities. This guy is he was MCA here in Nairobi. I can't believe it. Now give you a big, let's give him a big clap. On a Jubilee ticket, you can see all possibilities. Yeah, he was MCA here in Nairobi. So Kenyans, now he's Governor Isiolo. Let's give him a big clap. On a Jubilee ticket, will never be shaken. This was a terrible trial period. So Kenyans, some of us decided to go out of character and this nation will never be shaken. This was a terrible trial period. Up on our values. That's why some of us decided to go out of character and do very strange campaigns. But of course, never giving up on our values to be sworn in and on our principles. Wangari Karua. Kwa hivyo nawashukuruni sana. Ni hayo tu, nimwalike dada yangu Deputy President waiting to be sworn in, Mother Wangari Karua. Thank you. Usichoke mama. Usichoke mama. I now must leave the stage for this reason. I now must leave the stage for this reason.
You saw the map there. We've taken a step, but that's just the beginning. We have a lot of work to pay. And those benefits are not distributed. A lot of work to do to build the spirit of one people, one nation, so that we first and foremost consider ourselves Kenyan and then our communities and the rest. Because it's not wrong to acknowledge our diversity, to acknowledge the various communities we are coming from. That's our heritage, we are proud of it, but we must always emphasize our oneness as a nation. And that is what we represent as Azimio. And that is why even during the campaign, we promised to look after everyone, including those opposed to what we stand for. Recognizing that they are Kenyans, we said we shall look after everybody, and we meant it. And like we used to say, you know, our captain, we are here with his blessings, with his knowledge, he sends his greetings. You know, our captain is a man who has a very generous heart. He never carries forward grudges. He's a person who embraces all and a person who focuses his energies on what is good for the nation. We really are looking forward to this election being called for us so that we can support him to deliver to the nation, as I know he will. Knowing that we have a lot of reform work to do, and we would have wanted more reforms even before the elections, we have to very jealously guard even that process that is ongoing at Bomas. I know some of you have been there. Thank you so much for your presence. Those who have not been there, let us all try to take turns. We need to support that process to ensure that it is not infiltrated, to ensure that it is not corrupted. That is the purpose of having agents in the tallying center, to ensure that the numbers are put together the way they should be and that the authentic forms count. All the authentic forms count, not any other form by the wayside, so that we can get to the conclusion of this. But I cannot tell you how pleased I am to see all the faces around, and I want to echo something Kioni and Kanini have said, and I think also my good friend, His Excellency, the Governor-elect of Siaya, that for those from Mount Kenya region, because except Meru, no seats have been won in that area. But you actually won votes, and actually Meru and Nyandarua. Yes, sorry, I apologize for Nyandarua because there is Kiaraho, and yes, there are two from Nyandarua. Even where no seat came, votes still came. And if they may not have been as many as we hoped, but you can imagine if those votes had gone the way some chest-thumping fellows were announcing they would go, then it would have been called out for them the first day. But because it was not, because we disrupted that chest-thumping boast and made it idle, we are now waiting for it to be called for us. When you go to war, even in the areas where we got as many votes, the occasional person who missed, you're still our hero, because you put up a fight and you stood in the gap. So for those who are here and you didn't make it, feel greatly appreciated. You're part of us, and together we are going to take the next steps and to build a formidable coalition, to build a formidable nation, and to build a movement that will transform our landscape, and to ensure always that our nation is peaceful. I want to thank you for coming at very short notice. I think you started receiving calls yesterday. Some of you have had to travel, some overnight. We want to thank you, and this is the same spirit we saw during the campaigns. We'd give you very little notice when coming to your areas. You never disappointed, you mobilized, you were there, and you have made it what it is today. You are our heroes, each one of